What's going on, everybody? It is Christros here, and today we're going to have a Theme Chronicle deck. This is for solo mode, but not all the way. I'll explain later. So we're doing Theme Chronicle. I hope you all enjoy. Next video after this, we are doing a Plunder Patrol for ranked. Hope you guys stay tuned for that. It was a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it. It's actually going to be my new main deck going forward. I actually loved it so much I bought the cards in real life. But like I said, we'll go through that later. For right now, let's go through Theme Chronicle. I hope you all enjoy. This is what I brought to max out my points, and I enjoyed it. So let's go through the card by card. First off, 3 Max C and 3 Ash Blossom. For some reason, they left hand traps legal in this event, which was stupid. They should have banned them. But they didn't, so fuck it, we're going to abuse it. So like I said, 3 Max C, 3 Ash Blossom, kind of staples, so you need them. And when I was running, because a lot of my cards could be activated in the hand, I was like, well, I'm going to bring Gamma to stop my opponent's Max C and or Ash Blossom. And it came up every now and then, but not too much. You could honestly cut this if you really wanted to. We got 3 Speedroy Terratop. My boy is finally off the ban list. So yeah, it's no longer limited to 1. You can run it 3 copies, and we're doing it. The reason I'm running it 3 copies is for 2 reasons. First off, you could go into IP Mask Arena and like set your Ash Blossom or like face up Ash Blossom if you needed to for like link climbing to your opponent's turn if you absolutely have a terrible hands. But I'm using it for a lot of time as tribute fodder, and I'll kind of go into that later. But Speedroy Terratop is officially at 3. What this card does is if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand except itself. Makes it really good. And the target that we're playing is 1 Tekatomberg. If you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You contribute this card, special summon 1 Speedroid Tuner from your deck. The only effect you're caring about is if you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hands. We got 3 Alistair the Invoker. That's right. We got Invoked backed. People for a long time fans of my channel can tell you some of my very first deck lists almost 2 years ago at this point were Invoked decks. I love them. I think they're great. 3 Alistair, you definitely want to run it. What this card does is really simple. When this card is normal summon or flip face up, you can add 1 invocation from your deck to your hands. We got 3 Shadow Ghoul of the Labyrinth. You can discard this card, add 1 Labyrinth Wall from your deck to your hand. At the start of a damage step, if your opponent monsters battles while you control a Labyrinth Wall card, you can banish this card from your graveyard, destroy that opponent's monster. You can only use each effect of Shadow Ghoul once per turn. Then we got 2 of the original Gate Guardians. We got 2 Sengan, 2 Kazan, and 2 Sujin. So that's we're running 2-2-2. You could run it at 1 apiece if you really wanted to, because you can recycle them pretty easily out of your banish zone and stuff like that. So if you wanted to cut that down to 1, you absolutely can. Then we got 3 Labyrinth Heavy Tank. You can normal summon this card without tributing. Cannot attack the turn it is normal summoned. During your main phase, you can place 1 of your Senga, Kazan, or Shujin that is banished and or in your hand or deck face up in your spell trap zone as continuous spells. Then if you control a Labyrinth Raw card, you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. Really good, amazing card. You definitely want it for the Gate Guardian stuff. We got 2 Invocation. We got 1 Kia Guardian. Might be terribly mispronouncing that. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, target 1 monster you control with Gate Guardian in its original name, half your opponent's life points. Then that monster gains attack equal to your opponent's life points. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Add 1 of your banished pieces that is banished or in your deck to your hands. It's not the greatest card. It does come up every now and then, but I've been using it as discard fodder for Mechana, so just so you know. We got 3 Magical Meltdown. This is for the Invoked package. We got 3 Labyrinth Wall Shadow. Monsters cannot attack the turn they are summoned, except monsters whose original level is 5 or higher. Once per turn during your main phase, you get to place 1 of your Sang of the Thunder, Kaizen, or Shujin that is banished or in your hand or deck face up in your spell and trap zone as continuous spells. At the start of your opponent's battle phase, you can target one monster your opponent controls with less than 16,000 attack and destroy it. We got 2 Called by the Grave. We got 1 double attack, Wind and Thunder. If you control a Gate Guardian monster, target 1 card on the field and destroy it. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 of your Singen, Kazan, or Sujin that is banished from your deck to your hands. And then lastly, we got 1 Prey. Special summon this card as a normal monster, Insect Earth, level 5, to your main monster zone in the same column. This card is still a trap. Then you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls in this card's column. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 of your pieces that was banished and on your deck to your hand. So like I said, you could recycle them really easy. For our extra deck, we got 1 Invoked Kaguya, 1 Invoked Raiden, 1 Purgatrio, 1, I'm not going to try to pronounce that one, the Fusion God, the one who can pop cards, 2 Mechaba, we got 1 Gate Guardian of Thunder and Wind. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above card you control. During your main phase, you could add 1 spell or trap from your deck to your hand that mentions Singing the Thunder, Kaguzin, and Shurikijin. You can only use this effect to Gate Guardian once per turn. If this face-up special summon card leaves the field, you can special summon 1 of its pieces, which is Singing the Thunder or Kaguzin. We got 2 Gate Guardian of Wind and Water. Must be special summoned from the extra deck by banishing the above cards you control. Once per chain, when the opponent activates a spell or trap card or effect on the field, quick effect, you can negate that effect. You can only use this effect of Gate Guardian Wind and Water twice per turn. If this face-up card is special summoned if this face-up special summon card in the owner's control leaves the field because of opponent's card effect, because of your opponent's card, you can special summon 1 of your banished Kajujin or Suyujin. We got 1 Gate Guardian of Water and Thunder. Has the same special summon effect, but this one is you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, changes attack to 0 until the end of this turn. Then we got 1 Gate Guardian Combined. What this card does is really cool. When your opponent activates a card to affect that targets a card you control, quick effect, you can negate that effect, and if you do, destroy that card. You can only use the effect of Gate Guardian Control combined thrice per turn. If this face-up card is special summoned, you can special summon 1 level 11 or lower Gate Guardian monster from your deck or extra deck. So it floats into any of the other fusions that you have. Then for links, we got 1 Moon Maiden, that's for our Invoked package, 1 Nightmare Phoenix for back row hate, 1 IP Masquerena, and then 1 Nightmare Unicorn. I hope you guys enjoyed this Theme Chronicle. It was a lot of fun. Just an FYI, if you guys wanted to play a more pure Gate Guardian deck, all you have to do is just get rid of the Invoked stuff. So these 3 cards, these 3, so get rid of those 6 cards right there. And at that point, you just want to play stuff like, was it Destiny Hero, Prisma, the one that could copy a fusion's name from your extra deck, stuff like that. Then you might want to add a search spell in there for your Destiny Heroes. Like, I know some people in competitive play were using like a Hero Reborn, stuff like that. But if you don't have any of that stuff, since this is Theme Chronicle, you don't have to worry about it. I was having fun with this, and like I said, I hope you guys were having fun with it too. It was a lot of fun. Right here, I'm gonna Hero Prisma. You could run 3 of him in like 3 emergency like E-Heroes if you have them, stuff like that. So if you wanted to play like a more pure version of Gate Guardian. But yeah, like I said, this is the deck I brought. I was having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll get it right into the games. Also, by the way, please comment down below, what decks are you guys bringing into the Theme Chronicle? I've been seeing a lot of fun ones. A lot of people are bringing some pretty creative stuff, and I always like to hear what other people are playing. Now, let's get into the games. Alright guys, this first duel is against Sword Soul. I was very surprised seeing Sword Soul in the event because like a lot of these extra deck monsters are just banned. So I was like, alright, we're gonna see what ends up happening. I don't have a good hand, by the way. Like, this is not good, but we're gonna make it work. I activate Magical Meltdown to get Alistair the Invoker. Then I'm going to activate Labyrinth Wall. Labyrinth Wall is going to allow me to get 1 of the pieces onto the field. Then I'm going to normal summon Alistair the Invoker. Invoker's going to get me Invocation. I'm going to link him off into Moon Maiden, and I'm going to activate Invocation. He's going to activate Max C, but I do got the Ash Blossom in my hand for it. So we're gonna see what ends up, how this all plays out. I'm like, nah, we're not playing the Ash game today. We're not playing the Maxi game today. Invocation, I'm gonna bring out Invoked Mechaba. And at this point, I'm just going to pass. Well, I'm going to activate Invocation, bringing back the Invoked from my Banner Zone to my hand, and I'm in my turn. You're going to see a couple misplays in this duel for me, and I'll kind of call them out. He activates the Ashuna effects go special summon. He activates Harpy Feather Duster. This does nothing, by the way. Like, it gets rid of my Labyrinth Wall, but like, I'm fine with Kakujin being in the graveyard, so that's fine for me. He's going to link off into Monk of the Tini, then activates Ashuna's effect in the graveyard to special summon one monster. He does get Vashuda. Vashuda's going to link off into another Monk of the Tini. I'm like, that's interesting. Vashuda effect's going to activate. This is a misplay. I activated Mechaba's effect, negating Vashuda. I should have just let him bounce, because then I would have had Gamma live. I misplayed. That's on me. It happens. So like I said, should have just let it get bounced. He normal summons Ecclesia. He activates the effect and goes into Moye. Moye effect's going to get a token, revealing Taya. I'm like, alright, well, this kind of just sucks. He synchros off into Berserker. Moye is going to allow him to draw a card. He has Long in his hand, getting rid of Long, and he gets a token. But all the level 10s are basically banned. So, like, Synchro Sins. He can't really do anything. He attacks for Draco. At this point, he's going to do a Draco Control, and he attacks me from 2000 directly. I'm like, okay, he has one monster negate. He could still fuck me up. So we'll see what ends happening. That's a good draw. I get Shadow Ghoul, activates effect, and I get Labyrinth Wall. Labyrinth Wall is going to activate, and this is going to allow me to get the third piece I don't have. So that means I got all three now. I'm going to go into Gate Guardian Combined. Gate Guardian Combined, I'm going to normal summon Alistair the Invoker. Alistair the Invoker is going to allow me to get Invocation, but he is going to banish my Invoker. I'm like, god damn it. So I'm kind of screwed. I have two pretty dead cards. I attack. At this point, I misplayed, by the way. I forgot this had the effect. So meaning I should have attacked his Draco Berserker, activated fucking Shadow Wall, got rid of his Berserker that way. Then I would have been in really good commanding zone. I misplayed. Yeah, that's going to bite me in the ass later. So at this point, he's going to synchro off into Rody Rose Dragon. Rody Rose is going to banish all of our cards in the graveyard, his and mine. I'm like, okay. And he activates Long's effect, which is going to burn me for 1,200. Long burn. He has another Long. He gets rid of his Taya. He gets another token. At this point, he's going to synchro into a Leo. Hey, progression playoffs right there. So at this point, he has game on board. He attacks my Gate Guardian. At this point, he's going to go up to a lot of attack points, but I'm kind of okay with this. Gate Guardian combined Gate Guardian combined clubs into play, and then I do get Water and Thunder. Water and Thunder is going to make Draco Berserker's attack 0, but he does banish it, which yet again I'm fine with because all these guys float. So War and Thunder makes it 0. And at this point, I do get Shirley. Shirley effect is going to make all these guys have effects, by the way, during the opponent's turn. If it gets attacked, you can make the target's attack 0 during damage calculation. So, and it's only once, by the way. So I do get rid of the Muddy Roads, and I've survived this turn with 900, 500 attack. I get another Labyrinth Wall, amazing draw. I do start getting some pieces onto my field. At this point, I'm just trying to survive. I go into Thunder and Wind. He does banishes it, but yet again, I'm fine with this banish because I can still float, and that's kind of what I'm banking on right now. I do get double attack, and I'm going to float into a piece, just recycling the best I can. I'm going to attack into Monk of the Teeny. Then at this point, I'm just going to, in my turn, he goes in a battle. During damage calculation, he can't activate Draco Berserker. So it makes it go down to 0. I get rid of it, which kind of saved my ass. He attacks for 700. I am down to 250 life points. He has 1,700. He sets his last card. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Blackout, so it's nothing to really worry about. I draw a good one, Prey. I activate Labyrinth Wall, get another piece, and at this point, I set Prey. I'm like, cool, we'll see what happens. Battle phase, I activate Prey. Prey does not target, by the way. Leo only has targeting protection during your can't be targeted for card effects except during your main phase too. Prey doesn't target, so yeah, get rid of his field, and at this point it's GG. Activate Wall Shadow, and at this point he just concedes. So yeah, that was a pretty fun duel. I did not expect that to work out the way it did. MD events, I hope you enjoyed that. I had a blast. I hope you guys did too. Let's get into game number 2. Alright, this next duel is against Fabled. Yeah, I was Fabled Danger. I was very surprised. Like I said, I've been seeing a lot of really cool decks, and this was one of them for sure. My hand is actually really good. Activate Ghoul to grab Labyrinth Wall. I'm going to activate Labyrinth Wall, and I'm going to get a piece onto the field. Then I'm going to normal summon Alistair the Invoker. I'm going to link off Alistair for Moon Maiden. Then I'm going to activate Invocation. Invocation is going to, of course, bring back my favorite boss monster, Mechaba. I'm going to activate Invocation in the graveyard, bringing back the Alistair to my hands. And at this point, I'm feeling pretty good. Just a monster negate. We'll see what ends up happening. So my opponent draws. He activates a Lure of Darkness. I'm going to max seed right away. I'm like, all right, we'll see what ends up happening. This might be a mistake. We'll see. We'll see. Lure of Darkness. He's going to banish. What was that? A Danger? Yeah, Danger Nessie. He's going to start activating Fable cards. I'm not going to read these. Yeah, not doing it. Fable of Gumar. And at this point, he's just going to start special summoning, playing into Maxi. He can't really do anything, so we're going to see what ends up happening. He's number summon Nessie, drew a card, drew another one. He activates Mothman. Then at this point, he discards the Mothman. We each draw and discard. He discarded another Fable, which get him a spell. He activates a spell. He activates the spilled spell. I'm going to negate this because, like, I don't know what this does. I'm going to not let this get out of hands. I was not reading this duel, by the way. I'm not going to respect Fables enough to read them. He sent a Fable card. He discards, special summons, and my hand's looking really good. He's just playing into Maxi. He has to kill me this turn. He gets a Hyper Librarian. It goes into, like I said, some boss monster I've never seen before. And then at this point, he's going to go into Unicorn. Unicorn's such a cool card, by the way. It doesn't work because I have way more cards in my hand than he does. I'm going to discard to get rid of, to negate Hyper Librarian at least once to get him off one draw. And then at that point, my opponent just concedes. Yeah, that was a cool deck. I don't think it would have been done too much, but bravo. I want to see more stuff like that. And let's get into our last game. I hope everybody is enjoying. Alright, this last duel here isn't the most, like, flashy thing ever. My opponent misplays a lot, and I think I did really well controlling the board state with what I had. And so it's up against Vindred. My opening hand isn't the best. My opponent also didn't have a good hand, so he just sets one and then normal summons Vindred Core. I'm like, Vindred's a really cool archetype. I really enjoy them. I wish they get more support, but we'll end up seeing what happens here. Like I said, I don't have a good hand. But activate Magical Meltdown. He Ash Blossoms this. I'm like, well, not the worst case scenario because I still have an Alistair in my hands. Yeah, so I activate Labyrinth, and that does get me Labyrinth Wall. I'm going to activate Labyrinth Wall, and Labyrinth Wall is going to get me a piece. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm going to normal summon Alistair. Alistair is going to grab me Invocation. Then I'm going to link off into Moon Maiden. We've seen this play hundreds of times on my channel. I'm going to activate Invocation, and I'm going to go into Mechaba. Yet again, we have seen this play hundreds of times. At this point, I'm going to activate Invocation, bringing back that Invoker to my hands. Now at this point, like I said, I'm feeling really good. I'm going to battle phase. I'm going to attack. He activates Vindred Charge, tributing to special summon. At that point, I'm just going to Ash Blossom that. So yeah, he just went -2. So yeah, he has nothing there. I'm going to attack directly for 2,500 in my turn. My opponent, I have a spell and a spell or monster negate plus an Ash Blossom set. Ash Blossom negate. He sets one. Doesn't do anything. I'm going to activate Wall. And at this point, I'm going to go into my favorite boss monster, Guardian of Wind and Water. It was a Unizombie. I would have negated that if he normal summoned that. So now I got a monster negate, and on top of that, 2 spell trap negates. So I'm feeling pretty confident with my my hand here. He activates Origin. I'm going to use one of my negates and get rid of that. This can be problematic. So Origin gets rid of it. He normal summons Solitaire. Solitaire is going to contribute itself, bring back Unizombie. He activates Core in the graveyard. He goes in, brings it back. At this point, they're going to link into Avenged Savior. Avenged Savior is going to activate its effect. I'm going to negate at this point, getting rid of my Ash Blossom. Feeling pretty confident. So yeah, Been betrayed. If Slayer gets negated and banished, then he ends his turn. So at this point, I pretty much won. I normal summon Terratops just for BMing, and I attack 2 times for direct damage, and that was way over lethal. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck, this little deck profile and previews. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a blast to play with. And yeah, like I said, I hope you guys are all enjoying the events. Again, make sure you get your gems. And I'll see you all in the next video, which will be Plunder Patrol. Hope you all enjoy. I'll catch you all next time.